White made a move. Bishop c2. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. Knight takes f2. King takes f2. Knight g4 check. King e1. Knight takes e3. Bishop d3. Knight takes d1 check. King takes d1. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White played Knight h4. Pause the video to spot black's next move. Bishop takes f2 check. King takes f2. Bishop takes c2 check. Queen f3. On e4. Queen takes f8 check. Queen takes f8 check. King g1. White's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. Black just played Knight g4. Pause the video to spot White's next move. Bishop takes f7 check. King d7. Black's idea is to play on h2 check. King h1. Knight takes f2 check and increase their advantage significantly. Queen b6 played by White. White is aiming to play Queen takes b7 check and dominate the board. Rook b8 played by Black. Knight f5. White intends to play Knight takes h4 and dominate the board. Queen h7 played by Black. Black is setting up to play Pawn takes g2. King takes g2. Queen takes f7 and dominate the board. Bishop takes g8. Move preferred by White. On h2 check. Black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. Black just played Knight bd7. Pause the video to analyze White's next move. Bishop takes f7 check. King takes f7. Knight g5 check. King e8. Knight e6. White is looking to play Knight c3. Knight b6. Knight takes d8 and increase their advantage significantly. Pawn b6. Move preferred by Black. Knight takes d8. King takes d8. Black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Pawn takes d4. Pause the video and try to predict White's next move. Knight takes f7. King takes f7. Bishop takes e6 check. King e8. Bishop d5 check. Bishop e7. Black's idea is to play Bishop takes d5 and establish a winning position. Bishop takes b7 played by White. Rook b8. Black wants to play Rook takes b7 and dominate the board. Bishop f3. Move preferred by White. King f7. Bishop f4. White is setting up to play Bishop takes b8 and establish a winning position. Rook c8 was chosen by Black. Queen takes d4. Rook e8. White has a strong upper hand. Let's go to the next game. Black played Pawn c5. Pause the video to find out White's response. Knight takes f7. King takes f7. Knight g5 check. King e8. Knight takes e6. Queen b6. Knight takes g7 check. King d8. Knight e6 check. King e8. King castled kingside. White is planning to play Rook e1. Knight e5. Knight g7 check. King f8. Queen takes e5 and gain a significant edge. Knight g4 was chosen by Black. Knight g7 check. King f8. Knight f5. White intends to play Queen takes e7 check. King g8. Queen g7 mate and establish a winning position. Knight d e5 was chosen by black. On takes e5. Rook g8. Black has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Bishop takes g5. Pause the video to find out white's response. Bishop takes f7 check. King takes f7. Bishop takes g5 check. King e8. Black is preparing to play queen takes g5 and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop takes d8 move preferred by white. King takes d8. Queen g4. White intends to play queen takes e4 and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop c6 move preferred by black. Rook f7. White intends to play. On h4. Bishop d7. Queen g5 check. King c8. On h5. On a5. On takes g6 and seize the initiative. Bishop d7 move preferred by black. Queen g5 check. King c8. On h4. On the 5. On h5. Rook a6. On takes g6. Rook takes g6. White is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Queen takes d4. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. Knight takes f7. Knight f4. Black intends to play queen takes c3 and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight takes h8 was chosen by white. Queen takes h8. Bishop h5 check. King f8. Rook fd1. White considers playing. Queen b4 check. On c5. Queen takes c5 check and seize the initiative. Queen e5 move preferred by black. Bishop f3. King e8. On g3. Knight h3 check. King g2. Knight d7. On takes b5. On takes b5. Bishop h5 check. King d8. King takes h3. Rook c8. Black is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Queen g4. Pause the video and try to find black's next move. White intends to play. Bishop takes e4. On takes e4. Bishop a3. Queen e5. Bishop takes e7 and dominate the board. Knight takes f2 played by black. Bishop takes h7 check. King takes h7. Queen h5 check. King g8. Black is planning to play knight takes h1 and take decisive advantage. Bishop a3 played by white. White might go for bishop takes d6 and establish a winning position. Queen e6 move preferred by black. Black is aiming to play queen takes e3 check and gain a significant edge. King castled kingside was chosen by white. White wants to play bishop takes e7. Queen takes e7. Queen takes d5 check and gain a significant edge. Rook f5 played by black. Black is planning to play rook takes h5 and dominate the board. Queen takes f5 move preferred by white. Queen takes f5. Rook takes f2. Queen e5. Black intends to play bishop takes a3. Knight takes a3. Queen takes a 1 check and seize the initiative. On c3 played by white. Bishop g5. Rook f3. Bishop takes e3 check. King h1. Bishop c1. Black is preparing to play queen e1 check. King h2. Bishop takes a3. Knight takes a3. Queen takes a 1 and gain a significant edge. Rook f1 was chosen by white. Bishop h6. Black is preparing to play. Rook e8. Knight d2. Bishop takes d2 and seizes the initiative. Rook g1 was chosen by white. Bishop f4. Black might go for. Queen g5. Knight d2. Bishop takes d2 and dominate the board. Bishop c1 played by white. Bishop g3. On a4. Rook e8. Black is setting up to play. Queen f6. Knight d2. Queen takes c3 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook a2 was chosen by white. Queen f5. Black is planning to play. Queen takes b1 and seizes the initiative. Knight d2 was chosen by white. Rook e2. Black is looking to play. Queen takes h3 check. Pawn takes h3. Rook h2 mate and take decisive advantage. Knight f1 was chosen by white. Rook takes a2. Knight takes g3. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black played. Knight d7. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Rook takes f7. Queen takes f7. Bishop g6. White is preparing to play. Bishop takes f7 check and establish a winning position. Queen takes g6 played by black. Queen takes g6 check. King d8. Rook takes e6. Bishop d6. Bishop e1. Bishop a6. Bishop h4 check. King c8. Rook takes d6. Pawn takes d6. Queen takes d6. Bishop b7. Bishop g3. King d8. Queen c7 check. King e7. Queen takes b7. Rook a d8. Bishop h4 check. On g5. Black is preparing to play. Pawn takes h4 and gain a significant edge. Bishop g3 was chosen by white. Rook h e8. Queen takes d5. Knight f6. Black wants to play. Rook takes d5 and seizes the initiative. Queen f5 played by white. King f7. Bishop e5. White is preparing to play. Queen takes f6 check. King g8. Queen g7 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook e6 played by black. On c4. White wants to play. On d5. Rook takes e5. Queen takes e5 and take decisive advantage. Rook d e8 move preferred by black. On b4. Rook 8 e7. King g1. Rook e8. On a3. Rook 8 e7. On a4. White's idea is to play. On a5. Rook e8. On c5. On b5. Queen f3. On h5. Queen b7 check. Rook 6 e7. Queen takes b5 and establish a winning position. King g7 played by black. On c5. On the5. Pawn takes b6. Rook takes b6. On d5. White is setting up to play. Pawn takes a5. Rook takes e5. Queen takes e5 and gain a significant edge. Rook takes e5 played by black. Queen takes e5. Rook takes b4. Black has no response. Let's go to the next game.